The Jack Sneringer Award has been given at every Hall of Fame since the Hall of Fame's inception in 1984. And what most people understand, there was a lot of talk about success tonight, and we've had our share. We know that. And there's a lot of talk about how you get that success. It's good coaching, strong administration, parents. But what we don't see all the time is those people that work behind the scenes for us. Those people that don't get any credit, take care of work that maybe nobody wants to do. They're often parents, they're often alumni, and they are invaluable to a successful athletic program. Chuck Johnston embodies that for our program. Those who know him might chuckle at this because every time I would talk to Chuck about helping, I'd kind of come to him with maybe somewhat of a sheepish look on my face, and he would say, "What do you need?" And his final answer was always, "I can do that." I'm sure his family's heard him say that more than once. I certainly did. Coaching and players are the backbone of success in athletics. But there's so much more to it than that. So let's take a look at a video chronicling our friend Chuck Johnston and his work for Bellarmine Athletics.
After nearly 3 decades, Chuck Johnston has been at the heart of Bellarmine Athletics. A coach, announcer, booster leader, and tireless advocate, Chuck's 29 years of service embody the spirit of the Father Jack Sneringer Award. As Booster Club president, he built community through events like the Crab Feed, the Garage Sale, Booster Barbecue, Rooter Buses, and the Breakfast of Champions, bringing nationally recognized speakers to campus. He was also the voice of Bellarmine basketball for over 20 years, announcing boys and girls games and lending his energy to golf tournaments, pancake breakfasts, and countless school spirit traditions. Chuck's leadership, creativity, and unwavering commitment have strengthened the role of athletics in Bellarmine's mission, leaving a lasting impact on generations of Lions. Congratulations to Chuck Johnston, this year's Father Jack Sneringer Award honoree.
Okay, this doesn't indicate how long my speech is. It just indicates how old I am. Thank you for this honor. This is really a big honor that I just, when Kevin called me and told me that I was being honored like this, I just couldn't believe it. I thought he was calling me to be the MC again, because I've MC'd this a couple times. But when I was in my heyday, when I was coaching and being president of the boosters and having my hands on all the booster activities and doing all the things that they just said, people would come up to me and they'd have this puzzled look on their face. And I go, "What?" And they go, "Why? Why?" And I said, "It's because I believe in the school. I believe in the school. I believe in the young men and women that graduate from this school. I believe that they're going to be great people." And I don't mean like, solving or curing cancer. I mean great husbands, great fathers, great mothers, great wives, great employees, and in many cases, great employers. That's why it's a great school, and they graduate great people. And I believe that sports is a major contributor to these great people that graduate from our school. So that's why I do it. And I believe all these things, and it's not blind faith that I believe in all this stuff. My son Josh is here. He started it all. He was 14 years old, went home and told his mom, "I want to go to Bellarmine." That started this whole thing. His wife Dana's here. Josh played football, basketball, and baseball. Dana was a volleyball player and ran track. That shows you that their sports involved and they're molding their lives. My son Jeremy, who just gave me there he is, gave me the plaque. His wife Whitney's here. Jeremy played football and basketball. Whitney would have came here, but it was a little tough living in Portland, been about a 2.5-hour commute. But she played high school sports. She was a basketball player. My son Jake lives in LA. He couldn't be here tonight. He played 4 years of football. He was a captain of the team his senior year. And my daughter Sarah's here with her husband Nathan and their 11-month-old baby that's probably waved to you all night and smiled to you. Nathan played football and ran track in a school north of us. Sarah played soccer, then played basketball, and then she picked up her tennis racket that she hadn't touched for 7 months and played 4 years of varsity tennis, captained her junior and senior year of tennis for Coach Snyder, and they won the state championships. She was a major contributor. So it's not blind faith. I know, I see what athletics here at Bellarmine does to our students and how it's a major contributor in molding them. A couple people I want to say thank you real quick. It's not going to be long, but I want to thank my brother-in-law, Mike Baldison. Mike, wave to everybody. He's here with his wife, Mary. Mary's here. This is hard to believe, but Mike was named head football coach almost 30 years ago. Yes. And a couple days after he was named head coach, he gave me a phone call. And he said, Chuck, I want you to come up and coach football at Bellarmine. I'd been a Little League coach. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah, I want you to coach freshman football with Father Jerry. I've already talked to Father Jerry, and he's excited about it. Now, how can you say no to that? I mean, how can you say no to that? So that started my coaching up here. So I want to thank Mike for that. Tom Larson took over when Mike stepped down. Congratulations, Tom. And for reasons that God and only Tom knows, he kept me on the staff. And then when Tom stepped down, Brian Jensen was here earlier. I don't see him. I know he might have left, but he kept me on the staff too. And before I leave football, I want to comment just quickly. Mike installed a program that he called More Than Winning. It's faith-based. We competed biblically, and he emphasized developing our players into Christian men of character and integrity. And he valued that more than winning. And you know what? And so did Tom. Tom took over the program, kept the program going, and so did Brian. But you know what? The very cool thing about that is, in developing all these young men and making that the emphasis, they won a lot of football games. As a byproduct of their program, they won a lot of football games. I think when Mike stepped down, he was the winningest football coach at Bellarmine. And then when Tom stepped down, he was the winningest football in Bellarmine history. Okay. I want to thank Tom, I thank Brian. I want to thank Jim Mack. You old-timers may remember Jim Mack. He graduated, I think, in 69? 69, right here. Jim Mack was president of the Boosters when I was starting to get involved in the Boosters, and he walked up to me and he said, Chuck, I want you to go through the chairs and become Booster president in a couple years. I think you'd be good at it. Now, he said that, but what I heard was, I can't find anybody else to fill the chair, and I've gone through everybody else, and I'm hitting rock bottom with you. That's what I heard, but I said, okay, I'll do it. And I also want to thank Jim Leader. Jim Leader's daughter's in the Hall of Fame on a soccer team. And he asked me to help him put on the crab feed, which I did. And there's a lot of other people, including all the coaches that I've coached with up here. Oh, Danny Wambacher, of course, he keeps the stats for us still. He's done a lot for the program. And there's a lot of other people that I could thank. But I want to say one more thing that I believe before I sit down. I believe that God was working through every one of these guys to give me the opportunity to be of service to this school and the student athletes. And I also believe the Holy Spirit was sitting on my shoulder saying, don't think this through, Chuck, just say yes. Just say yes. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you. When I looked at the schedule and saw I was last, I thought the only people who would be here would be the people sitting at my table. Oh, one other thing. Jeremy and Whitney have had 3 boys. 2 of them played football and basketball here. They're graduated. Their number 3 is Burke. He's here. He came here. Thank you, Burke, for coming. Tomorrow we have our homecoming football game. Hopefully you can all be here, and if you come, you'll see number 4. I don't have to tell you about him. You'll see number 4 if you come. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night at the football game. Thank you for being attentive. Thank you for staying this late. Thank you very much.
Chuck.